A major new development in the case of Adnan Syed, the focus of the popular 2014 podcast Serial. It's one of the most listened to podcasts ever. Now, a jury convicted Syed of murder back in 1999, but he may be getting another chance to prove he is innocent. Prosecutors in Baltimore now asking a judge to throw out that conviction, saying they've discovered some new evidence and new information on two other possible suspects. So joining us now is Rabia Chaudry, attorney and author of the book Adnan's Story, The Search for Truth and Justice After Serial. Rabia, thank you so much for being here. We do want to mention you were also a childhood friend of Adnan's. What does vacating this conviction potentially mean? And is there any chance the judge would not agree to it?
Hi, thanks for having me. I just want to clarify for the record, I'm not a childhood friend. I've known him since he was a kid, but I'm much older than him. I was in law school when he was arrested at 17. What this means for him is that he might be finally getting a chance at a new trial, which is what really we've been fighting for 23 years, because he had been deprived of a fair trial when he was 17. But I will say also that it is exceedingly rare for a prosecutor to do something like this. It means they really believe that his conviction is completely faulty, that they are not just asking for it to be thrown out, but also asking that he be released without any condition. That's very, very rare. It's a big deal. All
right, so Robbie, you're saying that this is very rare. So why now? I mean, 23 years later, why are they deciding to do this?
Look, the average exoneration takes between 25 to 30 years. That's really how the system works. And, you know, this prosecutor and her team, they're not the ones who were in place in 1999. In their motion, they said that they have taken a look at this case again. They've reinvestigated it for the last year. They developed new evidence that didn't exist before. I'm not part of that team. I'm not privy to their investigation. So I think that answers the why now. The minute that an ethical prosecutor thinks they haven't the wrong person in prison, this is the move they should make, is to try to get them home as soon as possible.
Well, so many people listen to this podcast. I'm one of them. My producer is one of them. What does this mean for Adnan moving forward? Can he, in fact, be retried?
He could be retried. Also, the motion says that they could null pros him, which means they might just drop charges. Right now, they're just asking a court to release him while they continue their investigation.
Is there anything you could tell us about these two other possible suspects?
Nothing beyond what's really in the motion. Again, like I said, I'm not privy to the investigation. I have obviously worked this case long enough that I have my theories, and I think I recognize who the suspects might be. But when there's an ongoing investigation, you don't want to implicate anybody publicly and ruin their lives without, you know, enough evidence to charge or convict them. So I can't speculate further than that.
Well, that makes sense, obviously. Tell us, you know, what's possibly next for Adnan, both short term and then long term?
I mean, we are now waiting for the judge who has the motion in front of them to assign a hearing date. They're going to schedule a hearing, and then they will rule on the motion. They can either grant or deny the motion. If they grant the motion, Adnan could come home the same day.
Wow. Wow. All right. Rabia Chaudry, we thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for covering the story.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.